Crumbled up the world on my hand into pieces. So much drip, you would thought that I leaked this. Thought I was dead, it was all in their head. Now a nigga coming back like Jesus. Gotta feed the team, and I'm sure that these crackers got cheese. I believe it's cheese. Nigga been away, got him seasick.
What's up, guys? I know it's been quite a bit now. I got a lot going on. I got a different car finally. Just been trying to work. But I didn't post a poll for this one. Again, I haven't done that for the last few, actually. But I wanted to talk about the riots at the Capitol. Well, I wouldn't really say riots, probably riot. But and then the impeachment, the second impeachment of President Trump. This one's kind of interesting. It reminds me in a different way of George Floyd last year. So the same thing happened this time that happened with George Floyd last year. When it first happened and everybody saw it, pretty much everyone condemned it. I mean, of course, there were some people with George Floyd right away that were saying, oh, he deserved it. Those people are dumb. And then, of course, there were some people right away with the riot, the Capitol riot, that were saying that it was fine. And same thing, you know. But as the George Floyd thing went on, people get some more information. They listen to wherever they get their sources of information from. And then they let people get in their ear, and then their opinion on it changes. And changing opinions are fine, especially once you get more facts. But there's just some things that should be condemned entirely. George Floyd didn't need to die. And the people that died during the Capitol riot didn't need to die. Those things are facts. Those people didn't have to die. Yet as it's sitting in people's minds and as they take it in more, we're starting to see a lot more people being okay with the Capitol riot. And then it's just kind of disheartening. Every time something happens that should be bringing people together, they find a way to drive a wedge and drive people farther apart. I haven't seen anybody of my family or my friends that have actually came out in support of the riots, at least not publicly, or they haven't said it out loud, and I haven't seen them posting about it, which is good. Same thing with George Floyd. I didn't see anybody saying that. You do see it on different pages. You do hear different people saying it, but it just hasn't been anybody that I'm close to, which is a good thing. I don't know how I would feel if somebody that I cared about thought either of those things were okay. But it happened, and it was a big thing for our country. It was an awful start to 2021. There's plenty of people I feel rightfully blaming a lot of it on President Trump, saying he incited the riot. Giuliani, Trump Jr., and there's a few other people. There was a congresswoman that day that said Hitler was right about one thing, because that was the most intelligent thing to do, I guess. I think the blame on Trump is fair. I actually looked a lot into it, and there was some people calling for his arrest for inciting a riot. And that's actually not as simple as it seems on face value. There's a lot that goes into arresting someone for inciting a riot. So there's been a lot of times where people incite riots, but because they don't want to trample on freedom of speech, if the person didn't call for exactly what happened, like worded exactly like that, then it's really hard to press charges. It is enough to impeach. So we saw he got impeached the second time. After Biden's inaugurated, I guess they'll actually do the Senate trial to see if he'll be removed. And if he is removed, then he can no longer run again for president or hold office. So I hope that happens. And anybody else who is involved, I don't understand how people could say this wasn't his doing. he straight up told him to march to the Capitol and fight for their freedom, that they're not going to take their country back, and if they're weak, they have to take it by force. I know that's not all of what he said, and he did come out and he said to respect the Capitol Police and be peaceful, but he was way too late in that. They were already going. They're in the middle of a riot. They're not going to be sitting there checking their phones to see what's going on. They're not going to be watching the news to see what's going on. They're in the middle of a riot. And then he didn't okay the National Guard going in. There had to be the state police, and then Pence eventually called in the National Guard, and then there was a couple other people that did stuff, but it wasn't Trump. He did nothing to stop it. He knew that him saying that in the middle of a riot wasn't going to fix anything. He knew that. He's dumb, but he's not dumb. He makes stupid choices, but he's not an idiot. It's just so weird being in this time. It kind of a smack in the face to anyone that thought 2021 was going to be better than 2020, I guess. We started this year off with a coup or an insurrection. It's a bunch of crazy. I'm glad he's going to be gone. I'm not necessarily glad that Biden's going to be president, but I am much happier with him being president than Trump. But all the hate and violence and divisiveness over the last 4 years has been a lot for a lot of people. So I'm hoping, and it's not going to magically be better as soon as Trump's gone, but I'm hoping it starts to bring people back together a little bit. I hope the next president is an even better choice than Biden. I hope for sure it's not Trump. I hope he does get officially removed by the Senate, so that he was impeached twice and removed once, so that he cannot run again. He's awful for this country, and I don't understand how people can still support him. I understand why people are Republican. I do. And I understand wanting to support your party. I get that. But with this specific person, I don't know how people can support him. If anything else happens with this, I do want to try to cover it in a video, because I think this is actually a really major thing going on in our country. But if nothing else major happens, I'll try to post a poll for the next one. I am working a lot more, so I don't know. I don't know when the next one will be, but I'll try to get it more consistently. That's what I'll work on this year, is trying to do videos more consistently. But I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.